I heard the good gentleman from the 3rd District talk about priorities, prioritizing the dollars we spend here, Mr. Speaker. And I want to commend the gentleman from the 13th for illustrating that so eloquently just a moment ago. And we heard the gentleman from the 11th talk about we're funding special ed at 70%, and so we're doing a good job. Mr. Speaker, this is basic education. We should be funding it at 100%. 100%, Mr. Speaker. When I had people from my district, and I'm sure everybody else had them in their offices too, whether it was the teachers or the parapros, the school district superintendents, Mr. Speaker, they didn't talk about a lot of things. They had a short list, but you know what was at the top of that list, Mr. Speaker? Fully funding special education. The original bill that was introduced was at about $1 billion. And so that was kind of the goal. And now we have an amended bill that has come here on the floor, Mr. Speaker, and it's at about 1/3 of that. 1/3. This striking amendment, Mr. Speaker, will raise that up well over half of that goal or better. We don't have the full numbers on it. But it gets closer to that goal. It's closer to that fully funding and closer to the original goal and meeting the needs of fully funding special education, which is basic education. Just yesterday, we took an important vote where we kind of reset and recalibrated the formula for educator compensation. It was a bold move, and I took that vote. It's a lot of money, didn't like that part, but I thought it was important that we reset that, Mr. Speaker. Well, this is going to be part of resetting the funding for special education. I kind of wish, Mr. Speaker, that this would have come yesterday so we could have fully funded this. So it wouldn't have been a problem of, gosh, we don't have enough money, which, Mr. Speaker, I don't believe. There's so many things that are coming up. And if we can cut back on those things in the future, we can do our job and fully fund special education, the basic education for the most vulnerable and needy in our schools, so we don't have the challenges in the future. Mr. Speaker, please join me. Vote yes on the striking amendment.